In Kingdom Hearts 1, you can build the Enterprise and sail off towards classic Disney movies like Peter Pan, Aladdin, and Hercules, while also meeting some Final Fantasy characters like Cloud, Aerith, and Squall, now renamed to Leon after realizing Squall sounded dumb, plus get your butt handed to you by Sephiroth. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you can build the Enterprise A. You can fly off to much better Disney movies, like Tron, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Mulan. And you get tons more FF cameos, like Auron, Cypher, and Yuna, along with another epic Sephiroth fight that you'll lose to. In Kingdom Hearts 3, you can build the Enterprise D and go to Disney's more recent 3D movies, like Big Hero 6, Toy Story, and, Frozen. But where is the Final Fantasy? Where is the super hard Sephiroth battle? Why has the FF been reduced to only a Moogle store? What do you desire? Leon! Ooh, Leon! Hey, I want that glowing blue Gunblade! That's what I want! Another question. What power do I seek? Gunblade! He's right there, man! Give me that lightning blue blade already! Hi, I'm Ben Kai. Recently, Square Enix ported the Kingdom Hearts series to PC, but made it Epic client exclusive, including having it require a constant internet connection.
That just makes no f***ing sense. I mean, it's just bull. Oh my.
Luckily, Square finally came to their senses and brought the series to Steam, without any of that online BS. So I thought it'd be a good time to try out the controversial third game in the series, and see why people think it was such a disappointment. Now, I've played this entire series since the beginning, on the PS2, starting with KH1. The main draw from the series for me was the Final Fantasy in the game. I wasn't too hot on the Disney stuff, but somehow it just worked for this game.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me, did the king send you?
As I progressed through each game, it became quite clear to me about two things Square was going to do with this series. Making the combat as flashy and anime-like as possible, and making the story as confusing and anime-like as possible. Okay, Heartless, bad guys of darkness. Got it. So that's when you remove the heart and are just a body with no heart. Nonsense, but alright, got it. There's a Heartless.
It couldn't have been heartless.
What do you mean? It looks just like him.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm brushed.
Oh yeah, bam!
You frickin' lost me now. Look, I'm no stranger to complicated plot lines. I've seen Lost. That was convoluted.
And then there was a smoke monster. And then there were other people on the island. We call them the others. And we found some hatches, and there was a button you had to push every 180 minutes, or... Well, I was never really clear on that. The others didn't have anything to do with the hatches. That was the Dharma Initiative.
I've also seen Evangelion. That was nonsensical.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
This game is convoluted and nonsensical.
Riku, is it you?
The coat means he's with Organization 13. And that means he's not really Riku. Maybe this Riku came back too, from the time when Ansem possessed him.
Yeah, from the past.
What? See? Major brainic.
What we have here is a series that started out simple enough, about a chosen kid to fight in an epic battle of light versus darkness, has gone on for so long that they've twisted up their own fictional rules set in this universe.
Only one of the worlds is real, and the other is just really convincing.
You can't be serious.
This scene perfectly encapsulates what I'm talking about.
Huh? Come on, that's not fair.
You see? He just changed the rules because he can.
A game's no fun if you know where it's going.
Game's no fun if I can't follow it. When you have a made-up universe with its own set of rules that you just callously throw aside for plot convenience, then there's no reason for me to be invested in it. You're just gonna make up whatever you want.
When have we ever seen a tornado of shadowy blobs before? It's not weird. This is unprecedented.
Future president, right here, folks. Making up words.
I think they misestimated the will and determination of the commander-in-chief, too.
That's like if in Star Trek, we all know that you can't go beyond warp 10.
Nothing in the universe can go warp 10. It's a theoretical impossibility.
That's an established Star Trek rule, so if you do go beyond
Warp 10. Yes.
that, then...
We're at warp 11.2 and accelerating.
Yeah, it was probably a bad example.
Warp 10, Mr. Scott. Impossible. It can't go that fast. Warp 11.
Even the game's own recap videos don't help.
Do you remember this story?
Yeah, back when the story made sense. There are so many instances where characters will die and just revive for no reason.
Master Xehanort, we were right about you.
My 12 selves would welcome me here on this day, when I would return a complete person.
Reminds me of another poorly written movie.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
There are no stakes, there is no meaning. You just watch flashy stuff happen on screen and go with it. Since the writers don't seem to care about making you understand their story, I don't see a reason why I should even try to understand it either.
Guess I should have brought some ice cream.
I'm sure this scene would be quite emotional if I knew what just happened. So how about the gameplay itself? How's that? Now that part is interesting. It's actually quite a lot of fun. This is probably the most flashy Kingdom Hearts made. Tons of stuff is happening on screen. Lots of things are dying. And all I'm doing is tap, tap, tapping A. Tap, tap, that's right, I'm just tap, tap, tapping the A button. Tap, tap, tapping the A button. Tap, tap, tapping the A button. Tap, tap.
Stop data!
And I was just getting into it. You see, most battles can be won easily by mashing the primary attack button, followed by one of the several secondary abilities. And most of these secondaries are kind of like minigames in themselves, with their own help screens telling you how they actually function. Anyone can easily win this game with absolutely no knowledge of video games. And I think that's what Disney wanted, was for the little kids to be able to play it with no issues at all. Today's normal difficulty is like Duke Nukem's easy mode.
Yeah, piece of cake.
So putting on beginner mode probably makes this game play like you turned on God mode. I'd assume the proud or critical difficulties would be the way to go if you wanted to utilize Kingdom Hearts 3's more advanced combat features, like dodging and blocking.
Back off!
One criticism for normal mode is that the difficulty curve is just flat all the way to the end. That is until you get to the 13 DLC boss fights. Then it just spikes up to nightmare mode. Guess I found the super hard Sephiroth fight, minus the Sephiroth. And there's 13 of them. Okay, so we covered the plot, sort of, and the gameplay. But what about the rest of the game? Like, what worlds did they include in this one? You got the Hercules one for the third time in a row.
Gorge, I hope they got insurance.
Goofy, I'm pretty sure that should have been Donald's line.
Affleck.
First time we came here, we met Cloud. Then second time, we met Auron. But third time, it's just a Moogle store. The only other Final Fantasy references come from the Toy Story world, which include a Dissidia advertisement and this familiar guy.
A cactus?
It's a cactor! Did you forget everything?
I just took my time remembering.
Probably my favorite scene in the entire game is with Rex, who's obsessed with this game called Verum Rex, which looks nothing like Final Fantasy Versus 13, of course. $70? Inflation has caught up with the Toy Story world too. And so has the cozy farm sims.
I want to know how to beat Bahamut.
Oh, that's easy, Rex. All you need is a Dragoon and use jump right before Bahamut fires off his Mega Flare.
Inconceivable!
Plus you can pilot mech warriors in Toy Story. So, this automatically gets the Best World award. The next two are Tangled and Frozen, and they are quite confusing. Not anything to do with the actual stories from those movies, but that the game only shows a few snippets from those movies, leaving you not knowing what's going on. The only movie out of the two that I've seen is Frozen, for reasons I shall not divulge, and even that one made only about a vague amount of sense from the cutscenes provided. Like when Elsa does her Frozen musical scene, it comes out of left field and makes no sense whatsoever in the context of the game, and loses all emotional impact because you don't get all the necessary scenes from the movie.
I don't know what we just saw, but wow.
What I will say about these two worlds is that they look pixel perfect with the art style and animations from their movie counterparts. It is impressive how close the two look, and that goes for really all of the animated worlds, how closely they resemble their respective movies. Until you get to the Pirates world, the only live action world included. And if you pause the scene, sure, it looks pretty good, but those facial animations, there's just something wrong with it. Thankfully, this world has single-handedly the best minigame in the whole game. Ship sailing. You get a big map to sail and find islands to explore while engaging in ship combat. It ain't no Black Flag, but it works well enough.
A bit much, eh?
Prepare for running speed!
Let's see, what's left? Monster World?
Cool.
Big Hero 6 World. This is where you get to ride a flying robot.
Cool.
Ratatouille. And the ridiculous minigames.
Oops. Cool.
And that's all the Disney worlds, I think. Wasn't there supposed to be a Pooh Bear world?
What brings you all the way out here?
You asked us to stop by.
Gracious, did I?
It's okay. I forgot about it too.
It sounds like somebody forgot.
Shut up, Goofy! Pooh Bear World is quite short. It's just 3 levels of a puzzle bubble, and then you get a new Keyblade. But wait, who is the British elephant?
Oh, and the flowers are so lovely.
And where's Eeyore? 0 out of 5. Worst world. So then you get to the final world for all the big action anime fights and learn not to mess with Donald Duck. But it's not over yet, because there's also the Remind DLC, which does nothing more than rehash the same fights from the end of the game, but only change it a little bit, like giving you the option to play as someone else other than Sora, and sequentially get your butt handed to you. Why did I think playing as Kairi would be a good idea?
I can do this.
No, you cannot. Pick Sora.
Let's settle this.
The DLC is a travesty. It is just one repeat boss fight after another, with 90% of the cutscenes reused from the original game. There's very little new stuff added, and only serves to extend the ending by a little bit. The only thing I learned from this is that King Mickey is really OP. I think this is an analogy for anyone that tries to defy Disney.
Let the light connect us!
And yet, it still isn't over. A new chapter unlocks, which finally puts the Final Fantasy back in. For only 5 minutes! That's it! No FF party members, no unlockable Gunblade Keyblades, no Sephiroth battle, just talking for 5 minutes. The only thing you'll do in this chapter is fight the same 13 bosses all over again on super hard difficult mode. This is the laziest DLC ever made, and it costs $30 on consoles. This should have been added as a free update with how little was done with it. Thankfully, the PC version does have it included, so there's that. All in all, Kingdom Hearts 3 is a mixed bag for me. The story that I was once invested in no longer matters due to the writers just doing whatever they want. But the gameplay is still fun and flashy, more than it has ever been. We don't get any of the Final Fantasy that we wanted, but we still get some fun enough Disney worlds to play with. Honestly, I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 4 should even be on my radar. I will say this about it though. If they retain the Gummy Ship creator, I am so gonna build the Enterprise! 5 out of 5, baby!